You are watching men's gymnastics on VTN. The Illinois Fighting Illini in town to close out the regular season with the Ohio State Buckeyes. It is senior day. There's never been a regular season champion on the men's gymnastics side in the Big Ten. So pretty cool for the Wolverines to be in that hunt. Joanna Salim told her team, you don't chase scores, you chase performances. Today they chased performances, and they got the scores. No Clay Mason Stevens anymore. He injures his knee, a torn ACL, so some other guys have to step up, and first and foremost, it's Alex Diaz. Now Johnny Jacobson, who has had himself a day so far, competing all around.
Come on, John!
And let's not forget what Daniel Ribeiro said about Johnny Jacobson to me this very weekend. He said, this kid is so consistent. A miss is a fluke. If you want anybody in this situation, if you're the Illini staff, is you want Johnny Jacobson.
Two things. He's already missed once today. There's your fluke.
Yep.
And number two, second best parallel bar score in school history belongs to him at a 14.666.
I would say a 14.6 would clinch this meet for the Illini. Oh, and there's a big break. Do I call it a miss? I don't know. Oh my goodness.
Penny and Volpe save beam for Ball State, but now sit back and relax. This is Anna Martucci, first team all-conference and the specialist of the year in the league a season ago because of what you're about to see in the next 90 seconds.
Big double pike there. Like I said, her landings are gorgeous. And not only is the tumbling gorgeous, but just starting off the routine with the fierceness in her eyes, the sharpness in her dance, she's confident.
Overall, again, that's a hit. That counts. That's great.
Really have to block out those shoulders. That is upper body strength to a T.
I know, right?
Here is Jonathan Liu now. Third up of 5 on pommel horse. Let's talk about this apparatus. Why can it be the bane of so many people's existence? If you've got it in your toolbox, that's your ticket to a spot on a roster.
Sure, you know, personally, I think that it's a really difficult skill to get good at. It takes a long time, a lot of repetition, and it's really frustrating to learn skills. So I think a lot of guys tend to gravitate to other events and start learning skills there because it's can be more fun.
This will be a 10-0 start value. Handspring double twist. It's rare, it's old school.
Fun fact, actually the last time I've seen a handspring front double full like this was actually a club teammate of mine who competed right here at Eastern, and she did this exact same vault. This is a front handspring, a double full twist. That was a beautiful landing that she had. Her height is perfect for that vault.
Why is it unique? Why did it go away?
It used to be more commonly done. The front entry type vault is not as done as much on this new type of table. Prior years when that was big was when the table was the long, skinny horse, more so what men's gymnastics uses in pommel horse.
To the bars for Eastern Michigan. Here's Sydney Audette.
She's gearing up for her dismount here. She does not have a major release in this routine, but she has that E-level dismount, nailed the landing. That was a beautiful stick for her.
And sometimes it's better to not have a release. If you're just clean, the deductions are worse to miss the release move than to not have it at all.
You're absolutely right. And sometimes it's worth that gamble to maybe not have as high of a start value, but know that you can do everything in the routine cleanly.
Penultimate routine for Ball State, both on the floor and on the afternoon. And Sydney Finke, if there is somebody that has more fun in a floor routine, it would be you. But other than that, I don't know if there is somebody.
You know, it must say something that we came from the same club gym. We really, really love to dance. You know, she is a true veteran on this event. As you see here, her experience as a senior really shines. She has the dance, the difficult passes, and the personality. Truly, she is a full package here on this event for the Cardinals.
It's as simple as the eyebrow raises.
It absolutely is. You know, you have to look at those judges, make them a part of your routine.
You're required to travel on the horse. You have to touch all 3 sections of it. But what does it show you when someone does it with the confidence, the ease, and the flow that Jacob Moore just displayed?
You know, it definitely does exactly what you said. You know, your confidence shows in your swing. You're swinging bigger. You don't have that slight turn, you know, you're not going to get that deduction, and you're just going to have a better flow for the whole routine. You know, it affects your overall score. You know, this is in a sport where we're being scored subjectively, so that affects how the judges will view the whole routine. Back to floor exercise.
This is Anton Stevenson. He doesn't give you space for much deduction at all. except with that step out of bounds.
Man, another step out of bounds, but that's a really unique pass. It was really difficult. Nice double-double, you know, and a stick landing. That was a really difficult combination. Double-double, third pass. I don't know how these guys have enough energy to be doing that. You know, it takes a lot out of your legs, especially those double flipping, double twisting skills.
And the mental fortitude to have just stepped out of bounds and then come back and hit.
Yeah, you know, they have to be able to turn it around. You know, something so important in gymnastics, you know, is there's so many different things going on. You always have to keep your head on straight and just keep pushing, because every score, every event, every routine counts. This dismount is really going to count here. It's been a big routine so far.
There's Maddie McDonald on vault for Ball State. Stephanie Schweiker, the freshman, off to the left is the anchor. Just 2 more to go.
Huge Yurchenko layout half from Maddie McDonald. A flawless landing for the Cardinals. I am continuously impressed with Maddie's ability to stay consistent with such a difficult vault that has a blind landing. She has the speed, she has the height, and she never ceases to have a strong landing. You can tell right there in her face, she is excited. She knows that was a good vault, and she is pumped to see her score for that vault.
The power that comes out of that young lady, for her size,
it's huge. It's like I said, it's mesmerizing. And she's continued to build herself and her power and strength since being a freshman on this team, now a junior. And you can tell the training she's done is really resulting in some phenomenal work.
It's a 9.8 for Maddie McDonald, which puts the team score at 48-9. The school record we kind of hinted you might have a shot at after the start is 4.9175. So Schweiker would have to crush in the anchor spot, and then you would drop the 9.6 from Nychek. Here's Amanda Bartomeo, a junior out of Minnesota.
Starting off her routine a little different. Release move there to high to low bar transition. Really a unique combination there. I like seeing del chefs. You don't see them all the time. Big double layout, just a small movement there with her foot, but overall, what a beautiful routine. Not much deduction there for the judges to take. You see the little step back, but she controls it with a beautiful salute. She doesn't take anything other than that one small movement with her foot.
Start to get a feel on why Northern Illinois comes into this rated where the Huskies are.
You know, and they've had to fight for that spot year after year. They kind of were ranked extremely low, but have built their way up. Last year coming second at MAC, this year being the hosts of MAC.
Their MAC championship score last year, a 195.875, second in school history. Wow. That gives you a good launching point. All right, here is Stephanie Schweiker, whose career high on vaults in just her freshman season is a 9.875.
Yurchenko layout half, little hop there on the end, but overall she showed control over her vault. You know, last week she actually competed first for this team and obviously did well enough that they put her in this anchor spot. They trust her. They know she knows this vault. They know she knows where she's at in the air, and they trust her to control it and end off this rotation well for the Cardinals.
If she can get a 9.7, you can get her team to a 49. It would be just the second time on any apparatus this year Ball State has eclipsed that number.
And it just proves why we've talked about this team being so strong on this event. Starting out here on vault, that's got to give you a good feeling.
It is Ball State's best event statistically. It's kind of got that feeling of being a floor team overall, but historically, vault this year is the one, and Schweiker does get a 9.75. That is a 49 flat for Ball State, and their second best event score on any apparatus so far this season. Here is Hooper. Sam Moriali raves about her on these bars.
Certainly a very powerful gymnast on this event. You can see she has a natural ability to swing. She uses the power from her swing to have a huge bar routine.
Put a freshman in an anchor spot, like we just saw for Ball State, speaks volumes about what your coaches think of you. Look at this dismount.
A huge full in. Look at the control she shows on that event. I mean, that's massive. And like you said, I'm impressed by these freshmen coming in and holding such important positions for these teams and on the beginning events of a competition.
Ball State has a 2-10 lead through one rotation. Northern Illinois will go to vault. Ball State will go to beam next. This is Sandra Al-Sadiq exhibitioning. So this is for her benefit, although it will not benefit the team score today. She has competed vault this year, has been an all-arounder this year.
Overall, a good Yurchenko full. A slight step back there. She controls it by bringing her foot back in. Like you said, Joel, this is a good position for her. This helps her out. Exhibition spots, that's what they're meant for. Gymnasts can come out here, get the feel of a competition floor, know what it's like to have those nerves, to have a little bit of those jitters, and be able to channel that into their routine and their vaults. And you just saw that. She handled it very well. Beautiful vault.
Justin Spring, the head coach of the Illinois Fighting Illini, and when you take a look at Clay Mason Stevens, he's out there adjusting mats on the floor, and you're thinking to yourself, knee injury, he blew out his ACL. It's a little bit of a deceptive injury that way because, I mean, quite literally, he could never have it fixed the rest of his life and still walk around just fine.
Yeah, not all ACLs are the same, too. You know, I blew out my ACL, and you can, absolutely, you can. I tried to compete on it because after it initially happened, I felt like I was okay, but it's better to get it fixed, certainly.
Here's Bobby Costia on rings out of Charlotte, North Carolina.
Great strength to start out. Ohio State now with a 7-10 lead, a third of the way through this competition.
Here is a young man, John. Charlotte Observer does a story on him when he's 2 years old. He watches the 2000 Sydney Olympics and says, I want to be an Olympian one day because he wanted to do better than that team at the 2000 Olympics. That was his inspiration.
Well, Bobby, I appreciate that. I was on that team, and I'm glad I could inspire you to be a great gymnast. You are welcome, my friend.
Those are advanced thoughts for a 2-year-old.
I think that's awesome. It probably would have had the same effect on me, quite honestly.
Here's the dismount.
And I tell you what, man, that was a good routine. Fantastic start. If Ohio State can keep this consistency through 4 more rotations, they might just come out of here with an upset win over the Illini. A little piked on that double layout. That should stay stretched the whole way. The judges don't want to be tough. They could take the value of the double layout and give them a double pike. I think they will just take a deduction in that situation.
I've already seen Alex Diab. Don't do a double take. It's just his brother. Max Diab, the sophomore. We'll see him on vault, and of course, we'll see him on rings.
And I believe he is going to do a tougher vault right here. He warmed up a 1.5. I believe they're going to upgrade, I was told right before the competition, to a 2.5 twist. We'll see if he does it. He does it! Oh my goodness! That is a big start value, a 15.6 start value. And you can almost see it in his eyes. He tried so hard. Sometimes you can try too hard in gymnastics. Maybe forced it a little off the vault board. Take another look right here. Tries really to get a lot off that vault board. 2.5 twists. A little short on the twist. Kudos to him for not putting his hands down. But those are 2 massive steps on the landing, as well as both feet outside of the line. Now you can see the mat on top, but clearly he went outside of that line with both feet. That's a 3/10 deduction as well.
You get the feeling that he thinks in the back of his mind he was close.
He was close, and you know what? It's a good idea to do that here. You know, if you want to do that at the Big Ten Championships in a couple weeks, you can't have that be the first time. And to do it here in this dual meet, on this floor, it's a lot tougher than the Big Ten. Big Ten's on a podium, you get a little more spring on the vault. That's a great place to do it if you've got one under your belt. So we'll see what they do in a couple weeks, but pretty impressive nonetheless.
Michael Chan now on still rings. He's competed previously on high bar at the NCAA Championships, but pretty much has just been a ringman here in 2019.
13.35 for Castilla. Decent start. Now it's time to build. By straddle plunge. A little piked in the hips on that. Presses up to another plunge. Those hips need to be perfectly flat right there. Nice sequence there. Does pick up a little bit of swing. You see him going back and forth. They're called the still rings for a reason. You do not want to have any swing. That will be a deduction. In fact, if he maintains that swing, every skill he does with that swing is deducted as well, and that falls out of the handstand. This could get real bad real fast. Got to gather himself. Good finish. 1.5 twisting double back. But not a lot of difficulty. Only starts from a 14.6 on that routine. Plus, he had lots of deductions, falling out of the handstand, picking up the swing in the rings. I love the fight, though. All these athletes, they know it's the end of the season, and it's crunch time, and they're fighting for every 10.
Come back to the swing question on that, but we'll get to Kovac's vault here real quick.
And Jordan is the gymnast that is in for Clay Mason Stevens on this event. So his vault will actually start 4/10 lower than Clay's would. Does a double twist, pretty clean, 3/10 step on the landing. That starts from a 14.8. Should manage to stay in the 14s. We saw the 13.95 from Max Diab. Little foot form in the air. And other than that step, pretty clean.
Second event for Kovac. He'd been on floor previously as well. That was pretty good on floor. 13.65 as we wait for our score delay to clear up before we get to Alex Wilson. Let's talk about that ring question, though. When you get a swing on rings, how do you eliminate it when it continues to bite you?
It's timing. It's timing. You got to let the swing go to one end of the pendulum, and that's where you need to drop your body into the next swing, and that's how you kill the swing. As a gymnast, you learn that at a very young age. Your coach drills it into your head and tells you to wait and wait, and you wait till the swing, depending on which way you're going. The pendulum swings one way, then you drop your body, and you should kill the swing at that point. Chang's problem was that he went up to the handstand on one end, and he couldn't hold it until the swing got to the right end, and he fell out, and it actually picked up his swing again.